Yeah, you came the other way. I was looking for the other that way. Pulled a fast one.
Is Bryson here? Let's go a little bit.
Aaron, you were the 4th overall pick, but you have the shiniest suit there. So tell us about your gear.
So, I did some custom clothing company called LA Big, and when they asked me what I wanted to wear on my special day, I told them just put something together. I wanted to do the Wake Forest colors, the black and gold, and just I trusted Sammy and Dixie with my image.
It doesn't really go too well with that lime green hat, but otherwise you're looking pretty sharp.
Right, thanks a lot.
Congratulations.
Hey, you mentioned Kansas City, but you're going to Seattle. What's your impression of the Seattle area?
You know, I've never been there. You know, all I know about Seattle is just what from he said, she said. I was told that beautiful weather up there from time to time.
Like coffee?
Not I do too much coffee, but I'm pretty sure it's a very
it rains a lot,
area, and just can't wait to get there.
What now that this is all over? What's your impression of the process? I mean, are you just glad it's over, or is it a journey that you'll never forget? Obviously, you know.
You know, before today, I thought it was all just craziness and madness, but now I just feel like every bit of it was worth it.
You cried back there. What was going through your mind?
Well, you know, I've been through a lot growing up, and the first thing I thought was thank you, Mom, for putting up with me and my older brothers, and just really supporting me all my life to be able to reach this point.
Aaron, how surprised were you to go? I mean, I know they were talking to the Chiefs at 3, but once you got past there, were you thinking it was going to be a
No, but you know, my mindset was always this draft is unpredictable. I never knew where I was going to end up at. I never fell for what the experts were saying because I knew that the GMs and the team owners were going to make the decision, and I had faith in what I've done on film, and I just wanted to be able to relax and wait to call my phone.
Were you surprised though when it was the Seahawks that played football?
I wasn't too surprised being the fact that they just gave up Julian Peterson. He was a big player in the defense, and so why not replace him with another young talent to try to fill his shoes?
Did you get the impression after your pro day that the Seahawks were interested, or it was still like, hey, I'm not sure where I'm going? Was there any communication though after your pro day and after the combine? Hey, maybe they're really interested in me.
Well, you know what was interesting is that I worked out for Coach Rollins, the linebacker coach, and I had a visit scheduled. And after my workout, they called back and said that there was no need for me to come out to Seattle. So I mean, I never got to take my visit, but they also told me not to take it in a bad way. That they just felt they knew what they were getting out of me as a linebacker and as a person. So, but up until this day, I had no clue where I was going to land.
What are you going to miss most about Wake?
My teammates. I'm going to miss my teammates. I'm going to miss Coach Lambert. I'm going to miss Coach Grove. I'm going to miss Miss Bonnie Ray, the receptionist at the desk. I'm going to miss Big Daddy, Coach Bill Fairclough, head of football. I'm going to miss everything about that building where I used to go and just relax, and that's where I had the most fun at.
Is there anybody on the Seahawks team that you know or have kept in touch with?
Never kept in touch with anybody on the team. I know that Steve Allison's out there.
Yeah.
And Ryan Blackmire was once out there. But the last I spoke with Vallow, he told me just to continue to work hard and continue to do the things I've always done.
Now you're going up there.
Aaron, now that it's here, can you talk about your journey from being homeless that year and kind of how it's hitting you now that where you are, top 5 of the draft?
You know, it's interesting that Coach Rollins, the linebacker coach from Seattle, gave me a book when we worked out. It's about peaks and valleys in your life, and it made me look back on that situation where it may have seemed like the lowest part of my life, but I realized it made me a stronger person, and it made my family stronger than ever, and it really drive me to always just be the best and put myself in a situation where my family would never have to worry about anything else.
Aaron, now that you've identified a team and a system, how do you see yourself fitting in with the Seahawks?
I think it's definitely a no-brainer to go and play the same linebacker, just like Mr. Peterson did himself, and try to fill his shoes and make just as big a play as he did.
Is there anything special you've been doing to prepare for the speed and the toughness of the NFL?
No, I've just been approaching every workout like it's my last one, like I've always done.
Any more questions? What do you think of the Eagle green cap? That's the first time I've seen that.
I think it's a beautiful color. You know, I've always been a fan of the uniforms and the jerseys.
They
And
used to have nice blue ones, I remember.
Hey, it's also green like money. Think about it.
Yes.
yeah, but I can see myself now with lime green cleats and lime green gloves.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you.
Thank you,
y'all.
Aaron. Congratulations. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Key West got a frame.
Over here, buddy. Doing good.
Yeah, how are you? Okay, we're gonna trade up one-on-ones with everybody here real quick. So, you ready, Brian? Okay, 3, 2. I'm Rick Schwartz. Okay, 3, 2. I'm Rick Schwartz with the NFL This Week. Special NFL Draft Editions here from New York. Joined now by a guy that many say is the best overall football player in the draft, Aaron Curry, and also a guy, tell me if I'm wrong, was cut from his 7th grade team. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. My 7th grade year,
They made a mistake.
They made a big mistake.
They did. You've proven the doubters wrong, I would say.
Right, definitely. All my life has been a drive for me to prove all my doubters wrong.
You were crying when you got picked. I mean, you were really in tears. Was that because you were just so happy or because of the color of that hat?
It was the excitement and the joy from accomplishing a goal and living my dreams out, and to see my mom happy and to know that I could now buy that big house that she always wanted.
Well, what did she say to you about this whole process?
You know, she never really caught a good grasp of the whole process. Everything to her was a big wow, and she just enjoyed the entire process. Just told me to remain myself.
Now, you've never been to Seattle. What do you know about the organization? What do you know about what they're going to expect from you?
I know that the organization is team-oriented from talking to Steve Vallos, the offensive tackle out there, and I know they're going to expect me to step in right away at that strong side linebacker position and make some impact plays.
I understand you're a big fan of LT and Dick Butkus, but if there's a guy in the league right now that you liken yourself to, Aaron, who would it be?
Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis.
How come?
Just because of his enthusiasm for the game, his passion for the game, and his leadership abilities, and everything he does is not just for him, it's for his defense, his teammates around him.
Good. All right, well, Aaron, good luck to you in Seattle, man.
Hey,
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, there he is. Aaron Curry, this is Rick Schwartz for the NFL This Week on Yahoo Sports. Thanks, guys.
Excited are you to be a part of a pretty talented team? You know, they had a pretty low pick, but that just happened to be a coincidence-wise.
Right, it's a great feeling to know that. I mean, last year it was just one of those years for them, and I know that that franchise has the talent everywhere, and the defense is just outstanding. I just can't wait to be a part of it.
And you know, what kind of part will you play there? You know, what's the first thing you really want to learn? You want to talk to the veterans when you get there. You want to get.
Yeah, the first thing I want to do is meet my teammates and meet and just greet with them and get to know them as people. And because I know they're all great football players, but I want to get to know them as just a regular person, an everyday person, and just to really fit in and see who can take me through the playbook the fastest.
Aaron, do you know your fight song well enough to get up and sing it in front of like 40 or 50? You know?
No, not yet. I know it. I do know it, but I don't know it word for word yet, and I definitely will have it down pat before camp starts.
What is the least thing you're looking forward to? Everybody talks about what they're looking forward to, but what is it that you would dread? Is it getting used to the city? Is it training camp? Is it, you know, or are you just...
You know what? I dread not having enough time to do everything I want to do between football and giving back to the community.
Right. It's very important. What do you have to say to those people out there that are, I mean, even in Seattle, a lot of people lost their jobs, but they look at you, they know that you're going to be doing well, but what do you have to say to them because you represent them as well?
I would tell them all to just to hold on and stay strong and to continue to support us as a franchise and to look forward to some outstanding seasons.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A couple more, guys.
What were you thinking as you were picked? What was the first thing that went through your mind?
The first thing I thought about was